we can see such significant need for help in our communities, in our country, in our world. And when we think about those needs, we can somehow feel silly doing something like making chocolate chip cookies for the family. That's the thought behind this week's Sunday question. Hey everyone, I'm Denise Brown and I write what I call Sunday questions. I like to think of a good question I keep in mind, which then helps my mind find a good answer for me. I share these questions with you with the idea that they can become a really helpful daily intention. It's true that when we keep a good question in our head, our mind will search for the right answer for us. So, as I'm recording this week's Sunday question, it's January 25th, 2026. I'm watching lovely snowflakes fall from my window. They're not falling from my window, they're falling in front of my window. And I'm thinking about yesterday when it was another terrible day in Minneapolis. Just terrible, just terrible. And after that, after catching up on all the news and watching the videos and really just being so grief stricken, I then watched a basketball game. It was the University of Illinois, I'm an alum, versus Purdue. It was a men's basketball game. And when I do something like that, I think, am I being really insensitive to people going through a horrible, horrible time? And I started actually thinking through that thought a couple days ago. What I realized is I have to keep my life going so I can show up to help others in need. So if it's a break, like baking chocolate chip cookies for the family, that's an awesome way to get involved in your life so you have energy to help others in their life. And for me, it's watching basketball or other sports. So as I started really thinking through this question of how do I keep my life when others' lives are so disrupted, I wrote this for this week's Sunday question. And this week's Sunday question is, how will I do both? When another needs your help and support, you may struggle with helping and then simply turning back to your life, to your work, to your family, to your workout. Helping another during their struggle means you witness what struggle looks like. It hurts, it demoralizes, it interrupts, it breaks hearts. That struggle impacts you too. That's why it feels so strange to help and then move back into your life sans a struggle. It makes sense that you then struggle with feeling okay about moving forward in your life when another life feels so tragic. It's important we do both help and support and live our lives. We can keep our life moving forward. We can help and support another. We can remind ourselves we can do both by asking ourselves this question to begin our day. How will I do both? Showing up to support and help another matters. Attending to our lives matters too. Sacrificing too much of our lives means we sacrifice our ability to keep helping another in a healthy, impactful way. When we take care of ourselves, we help another take care too. If we sacrifice too much today, we will struggle to give enough tomorrow. We can and must do both. I'd love to hear your perspectives. Please share a comment. And if this content resonates with you, feel free to like and then share this post, this podcast. Thanks so much for all you do. And thanks for doing both. I'm Denise Brown. Thanks so much for listening.